Powered by Virginia Radio.
What up, y'all? What's going on, yo? I was just sitting here slouched. I said, yo, what am I doing, yo? I got Katie the Queen on the show today. I gotta sit my ass up. It's up today. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, before we get into anything, I want to shout out my girl Katie the Queen and welcome her to the show. And it's an honor and a pleasure, and I'm excited and I'm happy that you're here, yo. For
I'm
real.
happy to be here,
Word.
man. Finally blessed and powered by Virginia with my presence again. You know what I'm saying? Look at you, you're helping me out.
Little sis, you know, I gotta hold
But
down,
yo,
sis.
listen, I miss this place. It feels good to be here, especially right here beside the mic with you, because I've been watching you. I love what you're doing. You left, you came back. Hey,
Double back,
came
right?
back stronger. I love it. I
I
had to do the
appreciate you.
same thing, man.
Thank
I
you.
love it, bro.
Thank you.
Much respect for it.
I appreciate you, yo, for real. Thank you very much. Today, you want to tell them what the show is about before we get started, just so they know what we starting with. I'm gonna get into some other things real quick, but it's about what?
I want to talk about the power of the tongue
Power
with y'all.
of the tongue.
Like, I actually, he doesn't know that I got this idea to what to talk about on his show from him.
Wow.
Because every time,
I didn't know that.
yeah, like every time I speak with Will, you know, it's always a powerful conversation. And everything that he says, he has much meaning behind everything that he says. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what makes you one of the greatest people to have, like, as far as your taste in music.
Right.
Because everything you say is powerful, and everything you listen to is you're gonna make sure that you're only letting the most powerful things come through your ears. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Other
right.
stuff you
That's
don't
dope.
even let it in. I know.
That's
So
dope.
I feel
That's
like
real talk,
what
too.
better
Real
thing
spill.
to talk about than lyrics when it comes to someone who is actually, y'all don't know, like an expert in like battle rap and all that good stuff, man. When it comes to music, Will is one of the best people to talk to. Y'all don't know
appreciate it.
about it.
Yeah, and saying that, you saying that is dope, because I know how much into craft you are in and how much you delve into it and how much you love it, and I know that that's your life and that's your like that's your soul. So for you to say that mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? For you to say that means a lot coming from somebody that's in the craft and very talented. Very excited to watch your growth and see you walk into your greatness. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying? And
And speaking of that, I gotta say, you say it, walking into my greatness. I cannot forget to give a shout out to Lyle Seabrooks, the big dog. You know what I'm saying? The owner of Powered by Virginia. I got to say, this king started me when it comes to this podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm still going with it, and but don't forget.
Started that shit the first show.
Yes,
on
yes.
Radio.
It all started
Wow.
with
The
me and
Queen
Loud in the
KD.
beginning. So
Loud
That's dope.
just know that I ain't
She
forgot
started
that.
this whole shit off. She's
That's
the crowd
fire.
was screaming, "Who wants to start a podcast for a year?" Right?
I was
for
ready.
A whole year. KD was the first person. to
Wow,
start
that's
the
fire.
Show. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
when you talk
fire.
about my greatness, just don't forget that Powered by Virginia had a large part to do with that.
That's dope.
That's why I'll always be coming back here to give my story and to tell about my accomplishments. And hey, you never know, you might see my show back on the station.
You
So
never know.
stay tuned.
You always got to be tuned in with Katie the Queen, because she is making moves out here. Would you like to get into anything that you been doing, or that ventured into? You know, me and you. I mean, we chop it up and everything. I know a little
Yeah.
bit, but the people, I don't know if you want to let them know anything.
So I'm gonna keep it kind of under wraps, because I
Yeah.
feel like for every interview that I do, I have a lot of interviews and shows coming up. So for every interview and every appearance I make, I want to give y'all something different to listen to. I'm not gonna just come to y'all every time with the same story, with the same details. So right now, what we're gonna talk about is lyrics and the power of the tongue. I'm gonna let Will catch y'all up on some of the updates and stuff like that. And that's the only thing I want to get into is the lyrics. But you can definitely check me out on all platforms. I'm always promoting. You're going to see that I'm also stepping into being a Virginia Fleet DJ right now. You'll see that I have a venue back in Carolina that sometimes I go back home and I might be throwing parties there. So stay tuned with me.
I saw that. I
Yeah,
peeped that.
yeah.
That was
About to
dope,
start
too. And I
cooking
see the
food
love you get
and
down
stuff.
there. I see the love you get down there. I peeped that too.
Yeah. So it's love coming from everywhere, even from Africa and Canada. Like, I got much respect for my music coming from different places, so y'all just stay tuned with me. But I ain't gonna give y'all all the details here. I'm actually gonna be back here September 28th with T Spills, and we're gonna get into my story a little bit more.
It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna make sure I'm tapped in for that. I might pull up and be just sitting in the background just to watch that one.
You know we'll
because I know
that.
The energy gonna be crazy in here for that. Y'all don't understand how the energy be when we get around each other. It's like being in college, you know what I'm saying? And these the people you go to school with in college is almost like that when you get in here, because we grown and we got responsibilities and everything. But when we get in here, we can kind of like let loose a little bit, you know. So that makes it more interesting and a lot more fun to be around people, especially people that y'all kind of like y'all air likes, you know what I'm saying? People like kindred spirits and kindred souls or whatever. So it's dope. It's a journey every day when you be around people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just want to say one thing, because I don't want to take too long to get into what we're going to get into, because I want 90% of the show go into that. But I just want to say one thing. I want to say I want to thank all my people that last Saturday I had a event that was really short notice. Like, it was really like a 48-hour notice that I was given, that they was going to throw something for me. And just celebrating me having my podcast. My friends, they put it together for me. Shout out Knox Ferragamo. He the one that actually set me up, and he got me a section and everything in there, and he made sure I had a good time. Had drinks. My boys came in. My boy Lance Henderson, you know, the guy Lance Henderson that owns the Monroe, the guy that runs the Monroe. He's a big deal out here. He made a lot of big moves and ventures and stuff like that, but he actually came in and bought me my drink, bought me a Bel Air champagne, let me have fun and all that. These guys that I've been with since I was in my 20s, some of them since I was 5 years old. So for them to come and show love, I gave my little speech or whatever, they filmed it, you know, the little fun stuff like that. Love it. I appreciate it. My homeboys just salute me, and to me, I always, like, I tell my closest friends, I be like, man, when behind closed doors, I say, you know, I ain't really did nothing yet. Like, I ain't even really get into my bag in this show yet, really, like, for real. Not to be arrogant, just to be honest, I'm just unrolling everything slowly, really. I ain't really got into it like I'm gonna get into it. I'm just pacing y'all, because I can't get y'all too much too fast, because I want you to understand a lot of things before I get into the things that I want to get into. I want you to understand me a lot more and understand the way I talk, my conviction, and even my ideas and everything, and my ideas and philosophies, and the way I look at the world before I talk about this stuff. So even if you don't agree with it, you know, you'll still understand it. Because you don't got to agree. You can understand stuff and not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them guys where you probably won't agree with me. And it's fine, because I like being me. You know what I'm saying? I love being me. So
you keep breaking it down for them. It's all right.
Yeah, but yeah, we about to get into the power of the tongue, though, because oh, I'm sorry. Before we get into that, Jamel, I want to thank Jamel. I want to thank PJ. I want to thank K2, Lance, Donnie, Knox. Shout out my man Coy. He was there, Coy Nell, and Coy Nell also got the Getting It Done company. He doing his thing too. But I just wanted to get the names out of the people that really came. And shout out my cousin Eric, because he was there too. And we had a great time. My sis Bree was in the building. We had fun. I just want to get everybody out there so nobody think I forgot them. And I appreciate all y'all.
I missed it.
Nah, it's a lot more going on. Oh, I'll be back I'll be in the Access 2.0 Saturday too, chilling too. Word. My little section, just chilling, just, you know, in there chilling. If y'all want to come in there and network with me, y'all want to come in there and sit and talk, smoke some cigars and do some business or talk about networking or whatever.
Cigars?
Meet me there.
Like the whole cigars? Like the
Yeah, come meet me in there. Come meet me in there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there probably about from 8 to 12:30. On Saturday night, I'll be at Access 2.0. So y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all to come through.
Okay, new spot.
Yeah, new spot. You know what I'm saying? Chilling
like
over
that.
there. So, with that being said, we gonna get into the power of the tongue. I just wanted to get that out the way first, but now we can get into Katie the Queen and Real Spills Power of the Tongue segment. Let's get to it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get into one of my tracks.
Yeah, fine. I don't think this is actually yours.
What?
But
What's the name of it?
KD Trenches.
Yeah, that's my song.
That's her song, my guy.
All right, y'all. So this is Trenches by myself, Katie the Queen. This is one of my old tracks. Y'all make sure y'all check out my new stuff that's on all platforms. I got a new gospel track, gospel hip hop track called Exodus on all platforms right now. And I got a dance track. It's actually called Dance by Katie the Queen. That's out right now, too.
All platforms, y'all.
They try to.
You know, it always happens.
Technical difficulty. We about to get it right though.
So
We got
Will,
it.
tell me what. Just when you listen to this track, tell me what's
Drag me.
Okay,
you know,
I got you.
whatever. Yo, the song's so old. I know most of the people probably listening like,
Yo,
the song's old.
y'all wildin'. If y'all ain't really understanding, like, what do y'all be listening to? Like, first of all, you can rap your ass off. First of all, you really can rap. You
Thank
really
you,
can
bro.
rap, like rap, like flow, change the flow, according to your conviction and what you're talking about, the energy that you feel in the moment, you change your flow according to that feeling. You don't stay in the same pocket. If you talking about one thing, like when you was talking about the kids, you had like your flow went to cruise control. When you was talking about fighting the world and fighting against keeping your womanhood, because you was talking about your womanhood and not being stripped of your real womanhood, and you was basically saying like what men looking for is not really the natural. I caught all of that. You know what I'm saying? I caught it.
Okay.
So I hear you.
See, that's why you needed to do this.
So now we at the point where you get your war cry in the hook. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not looking for a fight, but saying that I'm not going to be defeated either.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I will fight if
Right.
that's what I got to do to get to where I got to get. They try to drag you through the mud. Of course, you know, we all, when we trying to get up here, we amongst all this funky energy. It's all mixed up. So, yeah, we got this guck we got to deal with. They trying to keep you down there because they see your light and they haven't found theirs, obviously, so they trying to keep you down. You not going for that shit. Then, when you start really chopping, going in your 1-2, running it, I heard people do that all the time and they not saying nothing. You was saying stuff the whole time and you was basically letting people know that, look, I'm challenging any authority over my womanhood and my success. That's what you was doing when you was really ripping it and going in. And I'm like, yo, the pockets that she could go into. And now we sitting here, y'all can't hear, but she's rapping some of it and she's running it just like on the track. So I know that's hard to do. Like, I used to rap on whatever, but I know it's hard to really be able to
Keeping up with that track.
yeah, I mean, your level of skill as far as a rapper is above normal. It's not regular. You're not an ABC rapper. Like I'm telling you, like, and I could say that because I'm appointed by several people that I know what I'm talking about. I done had rappers literally been in the spot with rappers back in the day when they used to get phone interviews from magazines, and they used to put me on the phone to talk to the magazine people interviewing on the phone, so I could tell them about the group. They wouldn't even tell themselves about themselves. They would make me tell them about them. Cause they said they knew I knew how to present it, and I knew I was honest. I know how to break down music to every fiber.
That's
because
right.
music is words, or it's translation, it's a language. So if you don't understand the language, like I always tell people, you ain't gonna get the message. You know what I'm saying? So the language is in this song. I got somebody that's fed up, but they not tired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that song because you really got crazy on that song for real. And she get busy. I'm stamping her. She don't need my stamp, but I'm doing my part. Real Spill is stamping her. She get busy. She really rap for real. I challenge y'all to make a song out here that and look, like she said, this is light to her. To me, she said this her old stuff or her younger music. You know what I'm saying? So
this song was made in like 2017, y'all.
that's what I'm saying. And like, to me, I'm wilding. Like, I listen to everything. Like, I'm a lyricist. I listen to everything. I'm very critical on people that say they're the best rapper and all that. I be on your top quick. Like, no, not for nothing, but we ain't die. Y'all get mad. Like, certain people can't say that because it's rules to this, and I don't want y'all to let the industry think that they make the rules for the core essence of what rap and hip hop and music alone is, and
that's
singing
the
too.
problem. Everybody
You know what I'm
thinks this is only in one category. That's exactly the problem.
Right.
And It's not like that. The industry doesn't make it just one. They try to.
Yeah.
They try to put us all in one box, but stop letting them put us in one box
Right.
is what we have to do. Lyrically, y'all, don't let yourselves be put in a box, because that's how I got to where I am. And you know, this song was actually denied by people. People was telling me that, oh, this wasn't gonna be that, this wasn't gonna be that, and that's why I keep pushing it. You know, so even here with
How though?
That's
but
what I'm saying.
how?
I feel like it's timeless music,
How?
especially this
you
track.
had not for nothing, because I'm real spilling. I say what I say. I've been, I told my brother I wasn't gonna be so nice when I got back. You know, he a little fed up with that. But I'm gonna tell you this, yo,
Nice.
you really dead hating though. Like, to me, if you didn't like it, it was because it went against she was going against everything you stood for in that song.
Yeah.
That's why you ain't like it, and you told her that. Because the flag that she was waving was in the way of your flag. You know what I'm saying? You clearly wasn't representing the same thing she wasn't representing, and she really was getting crazy on the song. So I don't care who.
appreciate that.
I'm telling you on this show, I don't care who told you that. They bugging. Don't even listen to none of that nonsense. They clearly don't know nothing about music at all. And if they do, they didn't tell you the truth. Period.
appreciate
That's what
that,
I'm
bro.
saying. On that song, you wildin'. I don't know who y'all. I hope y'all don't get paid to help somebody get signed or nothing like that, because y'all gonna be a detriment to anybody trying to get in the industry. Like, we can't have people like that, lying like that, hating, and they got somebody who trashed that they trying to help. You see
Nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Because
Yeah.
you know what I noticed? The people who are less talented, they try to redefine what something is. Like, in music or in rap. Oh, like these guys, that the people who can't rap now. Oh, you hating, or no. Don't try to make an excuse because you can't do something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The less talented always try to make excuses to make the skill level go down so that it's an even playing field for the less talented.
That's so true. I will say a lot of people try to make me. They want me to talk. You know, they want me to talk about other stuff now because I'm a female.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I have been tried to be steered in the other direction so many times, and I just want y'all to know. I want people to know too. Artists that are like that, I don't have no problem with them.
No, I mean neither. We like everything is.
You know what I'm
relative.
saying? Everything is everything.
Right.
It's people who don't talk about what I talk about. They talk different. They have like real street music, y'all, real trap music. Females who do it, you know what I'm saying? I have most respect for you. You see, I'll play that kind of music on my show and stuff like that.
Right.
But what I talk about is what I talk about, and what I do is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you feel like you can relate, then Katie the Queen can be one of your on your top playlists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make sure y'all go check me out. I'm on Spotify, Pandora, Instagram stories, TikTok, Snapchat, all of that. I got breakup songs, gospel songs,
Amen.
weed songs.
Hey, my brother live in Indiana, right? Hey, man, I need you to do me a favor, man. I need you to get your people in Indiana, out in Indiana. Tell them to go and check out, man, and give us some love out there.
Hey,
He got
Indiana.
Indiana. They bumping Sick Mike right now.
Yeah,
they bumping
y'all
Sick
go
Mike
ahead and
out
check
there.
out KD the Queen. No spaces, just put
You
it
know what
all
I'm saying?
together.
Katie
one
the
word.
Queen. Go ahead and give her some love, cause she fire, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna always ride with it, cause she dope. You know what I'm saying? This little sis too, so you know I gotta hold it down. I'm the old big brother, and this is why I do this show, so that way I can lend my energy to other people. You see what I'm saying? That are worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? People who are just really just trying to make it and got really good, that got a lot of talent and is very gifted. But you know, sometimes somebody just need, like, even with me or whatever, somebody just tap on the shoulder and go, "Hey, I see you."
Yeah.
That does a lot for somebody sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate
Just to know
it,
that
bro.
they know you, they see you really what you really doing. You know what I'm saying? Even when other people try to do this and act like they don't see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people be scared of what they can't be, or some people are just comfortable with you being in a certain space that they know they can't leave.
Some people gonna try to keep you in that certain
Yeah.
space too. They
Yep.
I had to learn that a lot of people in your close circle will be the things that are pulling you back from the greatest things, you know, from your greatest accomplishments. So we got to make sure that we don't have nobody in our close circle that's pulling us back from
Right.
our greatest accomplishments.
Right.
Even lyrically, while we talking about
Right.
power of the tongue.
Yeah, the power of the tongue. Let's
You
get
know
it.
what I'm saying? When I'm going through things, it's certain things that I'll say and I'll get into my raps and I can't even really rap like I want to because the energies around me are not right. You see what I'm saying? Or I'll go into the studio and it'll be so much crazy energy around me and so much, unprofessionalism sometimes, depending on what studio I go into, and it can mess up your vibe.
Y'all
you
tighten
guys.
up, man. Y'all gotta tighten up out there.
Yeah, it'll mess you up lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, you'll hear people who rap, and when in their lyrics, people will say, well, they sound like they stuttering or they couldn't get it together in that one part. But that's sometimes because their atmosphere around them was not 100.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So keep your atmosphere clean so that your music can be clean. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps everything running smoother. You know what I'm saying? Because when I recorded Trenches, that song that you just heard, when I first got to Virginia in 2018. I got here in 2017. Recorded it in 2018. I met someone in Food Line, and they hooked me up with. I met Jaquan, and he hooked me up with Travis. Travesty.
Mm-hmm.
Travis is the one who produced that track.
Okay.
And man, listen, we did it in his crib,
Wow.
in the apartment, but his dedication to his work was like that. And everybody that was in there, his girl, Jaquan, everybody that was in the presence was on the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? We all was in there trying to make magic. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you got one person in there who trying to shoot somebody tomorrow, and then you got another person in there who fussing with their girlfriend, and then you got a girlfriend in who just got smacked by her boyfriend, and then you coming in and you trying to have a whole nother attitude than everybody else.
That session is not.
Your song is not gonna go right. You know what I'm saying? So
No, the elements in the room is not conducive to you having a good output when you go in there and record.
That's
It's
right.
Not gonna happen.
that's right. And sometimes we have to think about that in our lyrics, because sometimes we just be throwing stuff together. And I feel like even with freestyles, I mean, some of the freestyles end up being some of the hottest songs.
Me, I know when I be by myself, just be rapping like, yo, I'm killing it when I'm walking down by.
Yeah.
I'm like, if they heard this, I just,
Them
we
be the
all-
ones you need to record,
Yo,
right?
I be, I think we all probably do that. I've done it before, but I want to hear, I want to hear a lot more from you. I've been around you a lot. I know how dedicated you are, and I know how much you really love it, and I know how much of a party. It's a lifestyle to you. It's not even. I won't even say you dedicated. It's a lifestyle. When it's a
Yeah.
lifestyle, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level.
I'm telling you, man,
You know
it
what I'm
really
saying?
has
And it's
became
a lifestyle.
a lifestyle.
Lifestyle is it trumps dedication. Cause dedication is like it's dedication, but it's something you're applying. But when it's a lifestyle, it's something you become.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's different, and you
Oh, yes.
you are the music. That's what I'm saying. Like
For real.
even
Every
when you
genre.
just talking, you are music. You are music. You are literally music. Like you and to know you, and to see, like to see the up, the ladder, and see where I see where she gonna be at. Like and I don't even see it as far as exactly, but I see like you gonna be beyond what I see. But I see the formation of it. I see it forming. I'm like, because you already manifesting it just by you putting out your music and mastering your craft and putting out the music and traveling and networking with people and extending yourself to people. It's like it's an exchange. Like they're getting their music from you, but they also get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you are a beautiful person. You a dope person to be around. You know what I'm saying? Wise beyond your years. Just keep going. I'm always gonna ride with you, yo.
Thank you, bro.
You are amazing.
I wish everybody agreed, I just love to be loved,
But some people agree, but they just don't want to admit it. Is what I'm telling you. It's just the way
Yeah.
life. It's just life. It's just it's just the
That's
yin and the
true.
yang. It's just the way it gotta be sometimes. Like people got a right to be who they are. Unfortunately, it don't mean they're gonna be the best people, or that they. Some people might not really like it. That's cool. It ain't for everybody. But I don't see how that ain't for everybody.
Yeah, that was one of the ones where
It's fire.
I think they can play that one. And
Right.
as a matter of fact, they told me that before I wrote that one. That's what everybody was screaming. And shout out to 50 Grand over in North Carolina. He was one of the main ones that
Shout
told
out
me.
50 grand.
Yes, big producer in North Carolina over in Chadburn. He told me we need a club track, KD. You got to make something for the club, because everything I was making was like like I was kind of like and this was before Rod Wave even came out.
Okay.
But I would say I was kind of like a female Rod Wave. Like one of my friends used to tell me, I love your music, but every time I listen to it, I always cry. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be a little more fun in the lyrics for y'all, but I like to be inspirational and I like to talk about real stuff. And the way the world is set up right now, it's real spill out
Yeah,
here.
it's definitely real spill, and it's like, you'll come up with a banger club track, but it's real spill out. It's like certain people are empaths. You know what I'm saying? And
That's right.
they only can agree with what they soul say, no matter what. So, they bind it that much to their spiritual side. That's why they can't go outside of that. Like that's like when they talk, they say you should make a party song or a club song, which you can, you will, but in time.
My
you know what I'm
gospel
saying?
track is for the club.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
told
what
him.
I'm saying.
I can't believe I made it out. I was way down in the drought, but the Lord was on my side. That's who I'm always gonna ride for.
Do y'all hear that? Yo?
Never denying, that's for sure, yo. Quicksand below the bottom. Thought I never would have made it. My hands and my feet, the Lord had to take it. Guide my footsteps, he helped me climb up out the mud. Other people looking funny, but my father never judged. When they end up like my footstool, I'll be still showing love. Now this the type of gospel track that'll bump up in the club. Don't matter who you are, you show the higher power love. You show the higher power love.
That's hard.
I can't believe I made it out. I was way out in the drought. Hey.
Hey,
But the Lord
that
was
joint
on my
is
side.
tough. See what I'm saying, y'all? I'm just saying, y'all. Look, y'all just keep on going. They'll catch up later.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna have to be,
They catch
man.
up.
But like you said, I mean, I got soul ties to this. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
why
said
you
it, bro.
making the music you supposed to make.
Yeah. I can't go that far from what I do. You know, what I
Right.
do is what I do. Like, I've had so many people. Even my brother told me. He said, "Sis, you just gotta go raw for him one time. I know you will kill him." Y'all, if I got really raw for y'all and really started talking about it, like. Even with if I even went with the panty dropper style, you know,
Yeah.
I could do it and I probably take off tomorrow.
Right.
But that's not what I'm looking for, y'all. Like Will said, I got soul ties in this, and that's why I'm here on
Yeah.
Real Spill, man. Just to
Real
let
talk.
y'all know, my music is real spill.
It's definitely real spill.
real.
It's the real spill. Y'all can hear it. Y'all know I'm right here. See, I'm right here. I'm hearing it. I'm right next to it. But y'all can hear that, man. That's raw talent, man. How many artists won't do that? How many artists won't even just do that in a interview or whatever? Not even talking about because they can't, because they not getting paid, but because they really can't. They don't have no real talent. It's built around them like they've been built. Like it's built to be rappers and singers out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if they do have talent,
Yeah,
what
but they don't-
people are doing is pushing that talent to the back
Right.
for what people want, because everybody's saying this is what the world wants. Give them what they want, so you can make some fast money. Do you want to make fast money, or do you want to make more money?
Right.
They didn't hear that.
They didn't hear that. You see that real spill right
You
there?
want your money to keep coming, or you want your money to just come?
And then it's like, I'm gonna let that breathe for a second.
Ooh.
Let that marinate. Y'all catch that. But yeah, I'm gonna let it sit for a few more seconds. Alright. Yo,
Listen, y'all.
the thing about it is, you got so many different. When you in the industry, you dealing with so many different spirits and stuff. And when they tell you this is what the people want, that's really not true. This is what they want to make money. Because anybody that's like me, I'm a fan of music. So I know what I want from an artist. I want them. Like I want them. Like I like Nas because when he pen what he penning which is bananas, by the way, he's crazy. But when he pen it's him. Like I feel like he's having a conversation with me. You got to be believable too. Like for me, I'm telling you what I like out of music.
Right.
You got to be believable. If you're not believable, because what I base what I'm listening, what my purpose of listening to music for is probably not what somebody else is. If I'm listening to some music that's party whatever, I probably didn't cut it on. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm in the car, I'm going somewhere. I'm like, I'm a vibe. I like my little party music, my rap music. I like to listen to dudes talk they shit and all that. I listen to my Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Griselda. I get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they still saying some cold shit. I listen to the pen. See, I'm paying attention to the pen. It's some people pen is crazy. Like how you word stuff, how you say stuff, not what you say, how you say it. Like one time, Cannabis is a rapper. I love Cannabis because he's a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? But Cannabis one time said he could have just said. Well, I'm gonna just say what he said first.
Go ahead.
He said the 3.5 pound organ embedded in my skull was what made me better than y'all. I'm telling you, dog, ain't nobody repping this hard since Genghis Khan. We raised hell to the heavens fall. My point is, he said the 3.5 pound organ embedded in my skull is what makes me better than y'all. He really just could have said my brain make me, but he made sure he went around the block to let you know how much the brain weighs. First of all, he gave you some education.
Yes.
He told you how much the brain
That
weighs.
is what makes the best rappers when they educating you.
He let you know that it was he let you know it was an organ too, what you would define it as in your body. He told you that. And then he told you he was smarter than you, and that's why he's better than you. Clearly, he's better than you because he didn't just say, he went around the block to say that. This is what I'm saying. It's how you say that, but that got me. I like that. That's what I like. I want to hear that. I want to hear you really shake it up a little bit. Just don't ABC rap. A lot of these rappers y'all like, they really trash for real. I'm going to just tell you, they really trash. They not. What y'all think is really like, what's lyrical and what's really good, it's really not. Y'all standards, y'all were born, or some of y'all walked into a standardless industry, a standardless game. This is, and I'm here to let y'all know a public service announcement. This is not hip hop. Y'all really never, was this going on as a whole, y'all never really got to experience really rap hip hop, yo. Y'all didn't really experience it. Like, I got to grow up and really experience real rappers. Like Wu-Tang coming, by the way. September 14th and Nas, I'ma be here. I'm not missing that. Are you crazy? Y'all won't have no rappers to listen to in 20 years that was rap 20, and people go crazy when they do a show. They won't, cause they won't be here.
Where they gonna be? Wait, where they gonna be at? Convention Center?
Cause where they gonna be at? What's it called? The amphitheater? Yeah, amphitheater. Okay. Yep. So my point is, y'all got jerked when it came to real rap to me, and singing R&B too.
But they didn't even get jerked though, because I know people who are young that go back. I go back.
Like that.
I go way back. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was a kid, I was listening to music before my time. So don't deprive yourself. You already deprived because of the times.
Correct.
So don't go that extra mile by depriving yourself. Go search something different.
Correct.
Go find something different.
And
don't
there's some
wait.
New talent too out here. Pardon me. It is new talent.
It is some new talent out here.
Like, I like my man and them. They got the group. What's the two guys' name? They got the song I like.
Are they mainstream?
Bruno Mars and my man. I like Silk Sonic. They fire. Silk Sonic is dope.
I don't think I heard that one.
But it's a group. Bruno Mars and what's your man name? Anderson .Paak. They got a group. They a duo.
Okay.
They fire though, and they got some of their stuff. The other day I was in the car. I was working. And I heard the song. I'm like, this joint sound like an old joint though, like from the 70s, but it's fire though.
And Bruno, he does that a lot too. Man. He comes into bringing back some old school sounds that I love too. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
It's crazy because the mainstream music, like those guys, and I think people like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even go into lyrics as harsh as the underground people trying to come up.
No, they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't.
Like, I don't know what even makes people think that they have to go to some links.
Right. They don't have to.
So just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't.
And when I say that, I don't mean just saying it one time in a song. I mean repeating the same thing. It's repetitiveness that's really making us, that's bringing us down. Once you said it one time, all right, ladies, you got some good booty. We understand.
Right.
You don't have to say it in every song.
Unless you
okay,
can't
guys,
rap.
you
Unless
got
you
your
rap for real.
Okay, guys, you got your Glock on your hip.
We know.
You said that in the last song.
Right.
In the next song, teach us something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Show us something different, another side of you. Show us, be multi-talented in your music, in your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna make you one of the best.
Shout out Ayo Saint too.
Yeah,
by the way, he watching.
Shout out to Saint.
He watching.
Saint crazy
he
with
watching,
it.
And he got a lot of different music. Like, I sat with him and I was with him. We was he opened his laptop. He was like, yo, I was listening to his songs. He like, I got the videos. I'm like, the videos? He had like wild videos. And they're all different. The songs is different. Like, he don't got the same songs. Like, he made his point like, yo, I got mad different stuff, bro. He was like, I got mad shit, bro, and he made it a point, and he proved his point quick. Well versed.
He is.
Well versed.
I'm over here with my phone. Actually, is it Ayo Saint on YouTube?
That's him. Yeah, shout out to him. Yup.
Because
That's my man. That's
I
my
know
guy
he
right
told
there.
me he was gonna change his name. Y'all know I interview artists as well. If you didn't know that I'm a host and I still do my own show. I do still do my own show from home right now. You know what I'm saying? And Saint is one of the people that I played his music. I love the one
fire.
track that I played by him. And I'm over here trying to figure out how I can
We did that
find
show
some
together.
more.
I think I did a show with you before.
Yeah,
that show
yeah.
was dope.
I'm gonna have to make sure I can find him.
Yeah,
is this
he's-
him right here?
I think that is him.
Okay.
That gotta be him unless somebody trying to copy your stuff.
I ain't know he had videos.
It better be you, yo. Somebody trying to copy your steal your stuff, yo.
But yeah, inbox me, Saint, so I can make sure I can find that music. I want to be able to find it or drop it in the link on the comments.
Yeah, shout out Ayo Saint, yo.
sure.
Y'all go check him out too, man. He's fire. Like really, anybody that knows me when it comes to music, I'm extremely honest. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people who probably that's close to me who won't even ask me. Cause they know I'm gonna tell them the truth if it's not good. So
Yeah.
they won't even ask me. Cause they be like, I don't want to hear him say no. Cause he ain't gonna lie to me. So when I tell you somebody's really good to me, I'm telling you to me, I'm being dead honest. I would have just said, yo, shout out Ayo Saint, my man Ayo Saint. I wouldn't have
Right.
said nothing like he crazy. I would because he still be my homeboy. But I can't help if my homeboy's nice and he get busy. I can't help if my little sis dope. I can't help that they're good because I know them. That's not my fault. So don't think I'm being biased. I'm being honest.
I think I might have played one of my best songs though. That might be one of my best songs. I probably got one you might say nah to.
I mean,
I might have one.
you might. We'll see. I'm gonna listen to them all.
Yeah.
We going.
yeah.
I'm gonna thumb.
I
I'm gonna
want
be.
you to hear
I'm about
that
to be.
track
I'm about to.
Dance.
I want to get dance. You got dance?
It's on YouTube.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna pull it up. You gonna have me go home, sit back, and I'm gonna just sit back and listen to your music and
Check
get
it
into
out.
the other music that I didn't hear, and break it
real,
down
for
for you. I'm gonna break it down. You gonna be fine though.
You can tell us the song name. I pull up on YouTube and let it play on the speaker.
You gonna play it?
If you want me to.
Dance. Like Katie the Queen.
Katie the
Keep
Queen.
Caesar got us. He got us over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Keep talking. I don't like that time.
Okay.
You don't like dead
okay.
time? He a professional. Look at
Okay. Stop playing with
he
him.
coming
Loud-
on. He gonna be
loud
on my
got him
show soon.
trained
He
right.
coming on my show soon. Y'all look out for him. He coming.
Man, you finna kill my shit, boy.
Oh, I'm coming to yours first. I'm gonna come on his first. I guess y'all heard what he said.
Well, what's the name of your show?
I got multiple names with multiple different females. So it's
Oh, he said he got something special for the females.
no, I said I got multiple shows with every single different female.
Oh yeah.
Baby.
He flexing on the low. He try to flex on the low. He try to lower the tone when he got to the flex part. He faded out when he was about to really talk his flyness.
Uh-huh.
Hey mom, shout out to my mom. She watching. She always watch my shows. I appreciate you, mom. I love you so much,
Shout
mom.
out to my dude.
My mom.
Yes. Shout out to G Joint Productions.
My mama
I see
birthday
you,
this
Lil
weekend too. My mama birthday this weekend.
Green. Okay.
Mom, I can't wait for you to get here. I miss you.
She gonna be at Access.
I don't know if she's gonna be an access. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if she
You
come
gonna
to
try to
access.
pull her out.
I don't know. My mom, I don't know. Mom, you coming to access with me? Huh? Access 2.0, mama.
You had a box game.
My mom ain't messing with access.
Oh, he laughing at my old cut.
My mom gonna be with she probably be with her homegirls, chilling. She ain't gonna be here long, but I'm definitely gonna get my time with my mom, spend time with her, help her celebrate her birthday. What we doing, mom? What we doing for your birthday, mom? What we doing? Huh? Shout out to my mom, man. Shout out to my mom, yo. My mom ride for me. My mom ride for me, man. I know through the years I done gave her headaches and everything, but you know what? I love my mama. I love my mom, man.
It was Doug Queen. I had it. I messed up her own name, guys. Yeah, tell the people watching the podcast that's not Doug. It's Doug.
Yeah, y'all make
Yes,
sure
sir.
when y'all type my name, y'all don't forget that
It's-
it's D-A,
it's
not
K-
T-H-E.
Katie the Queen.
And run it all together. But this track is different, so I wanted to play it for you.
Okay.
Left, right, front to back. Do a dirty wind and bring it back. Left, right, front to back. I told him, tell me what you want me to do.
Dirty wine.
Tell me how you want me to move. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance with you. Tonight I feel like dancing. I figured we could have a private show. My man has been romancing. I told him he can have whatever he likes. He held me down throughout the struggle, so I treat him like a king every night. Experimenting with positions. There's not a spot that he ain't kissing. I started dancing, he said he's been missing the feeling of my wine against his grind. He said he likes the way I always take my time. He said I got a little wine to match his grind. Yeah, I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance, I wanna dance, I wanna dance with you. Take me by the hand, baby, don't let go. Come and be my prince, charming lover, man. Let's be cool like the other side of the pillow. We're gonna show the world we can, but ain't too much they need to know. You're gonna be my bestest friend. I'm gonna be your biggest fan. And it's the kind of love that's in high demand. It's the kind of love that's in high demand. We can dance at the park or at the beach in the sand. I'm down for whatever you the one with the plan. Baby, I wanna dance. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance. I wanna dance. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you. I wanna dance. I wanna dance. I wanna dance with you.
Dirty wine. Dirty
Oh, okay. I like the verses a lot. The way you did it, I felt like I liked the beat, but I felt like some of the drums, and I felt like it needed like a
To go more, right?
high, not even the upbeat, but like you needed another instrument or something in to make it lighten it up to complement your voice.
Okay. You know what's crazy?
I feel like your voice is outshining the beat, but not because you're doing nothing wrong. You're not over singing or nothing or performing or anything. It's just that beat is not with time. It's not keeping up with the song.
I already thought
makes
about
sense.
adding something
But
to
I
it,
like
so it
I
makes
like
a lot of
I
sense.
like the bass line and everything. The bass line is good because when you say I want to dance, the bass line correlates with that. You see what I'm saying? The bass
Yeah.
line go with that. But it needs something else to brighten it up.
I thought
because
that too, though. And I
It
think
sound
someone else
because
told me
it
that.
sound like it could be like I picture you like regular like old school Amory type video, just the setting.
Yeah.
I want to dance with you at a park, you outside just having fun. It's real light and fun outside. It ain't even like you in the club setting. You outside at a cookout or something. And this song is a song for like the summer.
Yeah.
But you need another sound.
See, I wanted to go kind
to
of
highlight
reggae
it.
with some reggae sound,
You
reggaeton
could
sound
see,
in the
you
background.
You could play with, you could do that. But it's something else needs to be added to it to complement your voice on the song.
Okay.
That's the only thing I see that's wrong with it. But you didn't do nothing wrong on the song. Yeah, I was listening to your verses and everything. I was listening, paying attention. I'm like, okay, something is off here, but it's not her. So what am I looking for? So I was listening. I'm like, I'm trying to find it, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's missed. It's something that's not. You got it. Something got to accent you. Like you need something to enunciate to complement your voice. You know what I'm saying? It's a sound that's not in there that's needed.
Okay. So that song is out on platforms individually, you guys, but with you saying that and me already kind of thinking something like that, I think that we might think about having someone to, what do you call it, host my album.
Right.
So the crossover project that's on the way, each song is like really a different genre for real. That one is kind of takes you into Southern soul.
I want to do like a narration of your album, yo, like on my own, just like as I like every song is like a chapter in the book.
Yeah.
I want to listen to it like that.
I would love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
And narrated, basically saying what I'm hearing, like the story is being told. Like you ever seen, movies when you watch the movie and then something happened and the narrator like, yeah, she's walking down over there. I want to see what I'm saying. What I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? When I, instead of what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and I want to narrate what I get from the song. What you saying? Like, what were you saying? What's the translation?
But we're gonna talk about that because we can find a way to incorporate that in the hosting.
Okay.
I get someone to host the whole project. It's seven songs on the project, but if they do the mixing in the background, you know what I'm saying, me and you could be there kind of
right
to narrate.
Right.
And that would be dope.
That would be dope.
But let me not share too much with y'all.
You know what I'm saying? This behind the scenes shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I like your music. I like everything that you're about. Like, because none of this works if you're not you. Like, none of this is gonna work if you not the essence of who you are. Is coming through in your music, and you got honest music. Like, I believe you in your songs. Like, when you sing, I believe you. You know what I'm saying? I believe the words you're saying. I believe that you mean what you're saying. I believe that you believe what you're saying. That's important too. You see what I'm saying? As an artist, and that's certain stuff that you just can't. You can't train somebody or groom somebody for that. That's just the individual that you're dealing with at that point. That's why y'all gotta pay attention and start really knowing what talent is. I don't know, y'all gonna mess around and make me start being a talent scout or something. Y'all gonna make me get in my bag, yo, cause I gotta go find the people that y'all hating on or that y'all can't find or something, cause it's way too much talent out here, and it's like I can't even say you a diamond in the rough because we can see you. You know what I'm saying? You're not hiding, like you know, in the sense that nobody's. I'll say in the sense that like, I mean, we ain't got to. You just got to keep working. I'm gonna do my due diligence on my end because you're really dope. So it's easy to promote somebody that's really. I don't never promote nobody I don't like. I might appreciate and salute a lot of people and everything, but if I'm listening to your music, then it's really dope. Like, I'm gonna just prove something to not. I ain't gotta prove nothing to you, but I just want you to see something. So. Like, as far as the rappers,
some local artists up there.
I don't be playing. I just got this phone 5-6 days ago. I already dropped it. Look, got
same.
Luck Chapo. That's local artists. You know, I got
Sick Mike.
I keep the local artists in my Spotify, baby.
Yes.
And go get shout out Lil G. Go stream him on all he on all digital platforms. He got a song called Everybody Wanna Win. Everybody ERR. Everybody Wanna Win. Go stream that on Spotify. I got Spotify, but it's on all platforms too. Go listen to that, man. That joint is hot. That joint is tough. It's a motivating song, real motivating song. And that's my man G. G get busy too, y'all.
Salute Lil G. Yeah, he's nice.
Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna be out here. I'm about to be treading land. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna cover all the ground. Make sure I go hit up all the artists and make sure I go do my part. Make sure I get them their time to tell their story, do whatever they gotta do. Don't worry, I'm gonna come to you.
Don't
if
be
y'all
surprised
can't make
when
it to
you
me,
see me with him.
that
Okay,
part, we coming to you, cause I'm coming to y'all, yo. I'm coming to y'all, yo. I'm not playing. I'm coming to y'all. If you can't make it to me, I'm coming to y'all. We gonna get it done. We gonna make sure that way. Everybody get a fair shake at getting promotions, man, and everybody get a chance to tell their story, because a lot of people, they rapping, they talented, and a lot of them don't like to really like talk off. Outside of that, they ain't really gonna sit there and have a conversation with you and all that. I can get these conversations with these certain people. Trust me, I can. Trust me when I tell you I can. You gotta be a certain kind of person to be able to walk in certain rooms or certain avenues and conversate with these kind of certain people because of what they've been through, you know, and in the lifestyles that they had before. And some of them in the streets and all that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. They in the streets, so I'm able to go to the streets and go holler at some of these cats that won't talk to certain people. That's just a fact. There ain't nothing to that. That's the truth. So that's why I'm going to start utilizing that. You know what I'm saying? Start taking advantage of that in a good way. Not for me, but for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm wide awake, y'all, and I ain't going to be sleeping no time soon, so I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be out here. So y'all get ready to see me everywhere. The merch is coming soon too, but that's another story. We
I
talking
want
about.
some of these shorts
I
for
got
real,
you,
but I
yo.
want the real spill on the back. You
I got
already
you.
know.
I already know. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you,
yeah,
yo.
the
I'm gonna have
shorts
to.
nice.
I got it. I'm getting some stuff put together with that now, as far as the merchandise and everything. That merchandise, I respect everybody to do any kind of business and everything like that, because I'm working on it, getting everything together, but it ain't easy though, because you got to make sure you're getting the right fabrics and all this stuff, and it's just a lot to it. It ain't just getting stuff and just doing it like that. Not for how I'm trying to do mine. So I respect that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
for
I'm
real.
still figuring some stuff out, but I'm figuring it out. But it's not just cookie cut. When you want certain flavors and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure you get your shorts though. I got you.
Nah, I respect what you're saying,
yeah.
because I'm looking up to you on that one.
Yeah.
I have the same thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my merch together too, but
Yep.
I've been trying to do that for a long time.
Yeah, but it's time now though.
Getting the quality and the
Yeah.
right products, like you said,
It's not a game.
it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And you want stuff that's gonna last a long time for people. We
Yeah,
have
people
to
to spend
invest
their
in
money.
it, and then we have to charge y'all a price that y'all probably don't want to pay. So.
I was just telling Loud earlier. I was telling Loud to my cousin before we started the show. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this week for myself. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna invest in myself this week.
Yeah, and it's
I'm
a treat to
investing myself
yourself.
this
That's
week.
what you
To
gotta
invest in
understand.
myself this week.
Because when you invest in yourself, you only multiplying it.
Right.
So it's like, don't think of it as, oh, that's not me doing nothing for myself. That is you doing
Right.
something for yourself. You multiplying your finances.
Yep, you're right.
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing. Got it. Like the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Manifestation too.
That's right. You gotta speak it.
In that manner too. And sometimes even in music, the power of the tongue. These rappers talking about killing each other and killing. They really dying. Like the power of the tongue.
The power of the
You know what I'm
tongue.
saying? You really calling it out. Like even I always say this, like, not for nothing, say what you want to say, but y'all out here screaming demon time. Think about not for nothing. Most rappers that scream demon time, them mugs is getting killed, shot at, dead. Because now you know what you did? You done assigned the demon to you, you idiot. In real life though. Like
No,
I don't
for
want to
real.
get too deep on them here, you know what I'm saying? But hey,
It's real.
y'all be out here, y'all be inviting entities to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all better, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I'm at the point in my age, I ain't telling nobody what to do and not to do.
Yeah,
Y'all-
because it's hard to convince them, boy. They'll
Nah,
try to
you-
start
yeah,
convincing
gonna do
you.
what
They'll
you
be
wanna
like,
do.
nah, you gonna be
Yeah,
on
do
demon
what you wanna
time
do.
with me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. I'm like, man, I'm like, man, you ain't got the same watch, my nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the same
For
watch.
real.
We definitely ain't got the same watch. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I don't
right.
even like the word time, to be honest with you. I'll get into that later. I don't even like the word time. You know what comes with the word time? Y'all pay attention. You know what comes with the word time? Stress, headaches, car accidents, anxiety, frustration, murder, plane crashes, all that happens because of the word time. The word time is really stressful. The word time breeds. I believe if we didn't have that structure, I think we'd live longer. I really believe it. I think it's a psychological thing. Like because time ain't even real. Think about it.
Exactly.
It's somebody. You think about it. How is time real when we got daylight savings time? You got to adjust the months and the days to make it fit in a year that's supposed to be universal law. Universal law. The universe don't got to adjust to nothing because it was structured already before. It's already set. So why every year we got to have daylight savings time and you got to push your clock back an hour? That ain't weird to y'all? That's not weird to y'all? Like, am I the only person that think that's crazy? Oh yeah, we got to move the clocks up an hour because it is the winter time. But what? That's how you know what time ain't real. Because time doesn't sit alone. We are manipulating. What it is called because what do I call? I always base it on. It's based on movement. Time is based on movement.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not real. You know what I'm saying? And stop in the morning when y'all driving and all crazy. Stop rushing and driving and acting like people be rushing to go to heaven or hell, wherever. They be ready to die, driving all crazy. Get your ass up early. Ain't nobody tell you to get up late. Try to sleep an extra 20 minutes and now you want to get on the road and act like you crazy, man. Get your ass up early. Stop. That's how people getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Because people rushing to what? Rushing to I gotta get to my job. See, now you all panic. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is too much. This your mind was never supposed to be never supposed to adopt those type of psyches. That was never supposed to be a realm of thought that you had. You know what I'm saying? But we let this unnatural stuff in this formatted structure that's not conducive to us as spiritually or physically or mentally, and we go along with it every day, unfortunately. But I say this: at least recognize what that shit is. That's all I say. Just recognize what it is. You know, I can still say it's 5 o'clock and shit, but I know. But I'm saying it. I'm saying it according to the language that you're accustomed to.
Right.
Not me. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can relate to what I'm saying. If I say 5 o'clock, I gotta say it like that. I just say, man, it's the evening time, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's about the sun going down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. What time? I don't. What you mean? What time is it, nigga? Like, who's in a rush to what? To call like turtles? Turtles be living to today 100 years old, and they walk slow as hell. Think about that. Mm-hmm. They walk slow, but they live longer than everybody. Why is that? Because they ain't in a rush to die. That's why. I better pay attention to what I be saying, babe.
So all of that weight comes. All of that weight just came from that one word, y'all. Time. He just got all of that from just one word. Yeah. You know, so just remember that your words.
Y'all clip this up later for sure. Y'all definitely gonna clip that up. Yeah. Y'all need to clip up a lot of stuff, especially her performances. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to come to a live show of yours. You know what I'm saying? I know that's gonna be something crazy.
Yeah,
the
it's
energy.
Up. Getting ready to go crazy. Interviews, shows. Y'all stay tuned. It's about to be crazy.
Yeah, man. The lyrics, the power of the tongue.
Power of the tongue. Y'all be careful. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful what your children are listening to. My God, please be careful what your children are listening to, because me and my kids don't listen to the same stuff. I might listen to something that I don't let my kids listen to at all.
Right.
At all. And I think that that's okay. I don't think that everything that we listen to, our kids should listen to. Everything we watch, I don't think our kids should watch. Because I remember being kicked out of some rooms when I was a kid. Right. You can't watch this. Get out. Get out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't do that no more. Y'all had the kids and they listening to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Watching everything.
We had to go upstairs in the room. We were definitely upstairs in the room. Me and my brother, we had our Nintendo all like get upstairs.
Okay, because the power of the tongue.
Yeah, man.
Everything you say, everything you say.
My dad was wild. He watching Richard Pryor, all the crazy cussing, all that. So he definitely had us upstairs. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had us upstairs.
Thank you for having me, Will.
Anytime. It was an honor and a pleasure.
Loud. Thank you for not locking the door when I came.
It was an honor and a
Loud
pleasure.
still love me, y'all.
Definitely. Nah, definitely had a ball. I always feel I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. It's always never enough time when we get together and do this. Like, we could do a 5-hour segment for real. With the lyrics and everything. Is it anything that you want to say, or any words you want to leave us with, since we're talking about the power of the tongue?
I think that's it. That's what I really wanted to say, you guys, was just remember that there is power in the tongue and the things that we say and the things that we listen to. I can say this. I've been in the presence of some people where they were talking so much to where everything that they were saying, it didn't have to be true, but it started to sound truthful because I heard it so much. So sometimes we'll hear things so many times to where we can start believing it. So be careful to what you're listening to, because sometimes you just have to separate yourself, pick yourself up, and put yourself in a different atmosphere altogether. Because if you sit there and listen to some things, whether they be truthful or not, they will start sounding like they are the facts. You know what I'm saying? Because they done said it enough. That's all you got to do is just repeat it enough.
Right. That's a fact. Now, that's a real spill for real. And you know what? Usually I say something at the end, I close it out. You got something, Loud? You got anything?
Stay focused, man. Stay focused. You already know what I got. Stay focused.
Yeah,
keep
man.
working, man.
Consistency, man.
Consistency, man. Like, I don't even want to. I'm gonna let her have it. I'm gonna close it with what Katie the Queen just said. I don't want to come behind that. I'm gonna let that flow just like that. Let the Queen finish it off like she did, and I appreciate y'all. I'll be back next Tuesday. Once again, I will be announcing the guests in a few days. Y'all give me a few days. I'll be announcing the guests for y'all. And I appreciate y'all. And we back at it, baby. Real spill. What we talking about. And like I say all the time, I'm getting good at this shit. Gone.
Yes.
Powered by Virginia Radio.